Adilah went into a serious depression. She had lost every person she held dear. She had lost her parents, her child, and even her husband. She felt so lonely and stopped eating. She felt life was unfair to her and did not care anymore whether she lived or not. Adela suddenly behaved like a mad person. She needed serious medical attention and love. She was put in a mental institution by Aunt Susan so that she could get help. The walls of the institution were pale and sterile, a stark contrast to the life Adila once knew. Just a few months ago, she had been surrounded by wealth and power, a figure in the spotlight of high society. Now she was confined within these cold walls, a shadow of her former self, lost to the world and, worst of all, to herself. Adila didn't remember how she got here. The days had blended into each other, a haze of white noise and dimmed lights. She couldn't even remember her name. She had become Patient 312, as the nurses called her. They whispered about her in the hallways, the woman who used to be rich, the woman who had it all. It hadn't always been this way. 3 years ago, Adila had a name, a family, and a life filled with promise. But all of that crumbled the night of Steve's betrayal. He had always been charming, smooth-talking his way into her heart and into the inner circle of her family's business empire. Adila, naive and blinded by love, never suspected that Steve's charm masked a greed that would ruin her. Adila spent the following months drifting through the monotony of the mental institution, her mind a fog. Each passing day blurred together, a timeless void that swallowed her identity. The nurses never called her by her real name anymore. In truth, she didn't even remember what it was. One evening, when the institution was quiet, the routine changed. A new nurse, fresh and unaccustomed to the facility's rigid procedures, had forgotten to lock the door to the courtyard. Adila stood by the window, staring at the small, unguarded gate. She felt something she hadn't felt in months: hope. Adila escaped from the mental institution. Look out for part 2 of this story. Follow, like, and share, for I am posting exciting stories like this every day.